Hey there, everybody. It's Evan over here at the Standards of Geekness podcast YouTube page. We're back tonight with another Pokemon TCG Pocket deck profile and a little bit of sample gameplay. Today, let's, without further ado, talk about Guzzlord EX. This deck's kind of a simple control shell. It's only got 3 Pokemon. It's got 2 Guzzlord EXs, 1 copy of Celesteela. You know the Ultra Beast package if you've been playing. For those that don't, it's a small Ultra Beast package with Guzzlord being an Ultra Beast and Celesteela. Also being an Ultra Beast, it lets you kind of rotate it in and out to reset effects. It's kind of a free retreat. So if you end up poisoned or in a situation where you need to retreat to reset something, you're able to do that. We got 1 copy of Potion, 2 copies of Poké Ball, 1 copy of Red Card, 1 copy of Repel. The MVPs, honestly, of this deck, in my opinion, are probably a combination of Pokemon Center Lady, Lusamine, and Rocky Helmet. But we got 2 copies of Rocky Helmet, 2 copies of Professor's Research, 2 copies of Pokemon Center Lady, 1 copy of Mars and Red, 1 copy of Will and Cyrus, and then 2 Lusamines. The deck is pretty straightforward. Without further ado, let's go ahead and head over to some gameplay. Alright, we're going to jump right into some gameplay with Sylveon EX. Just doing some solo mode run through like we usually do, just to give you guys a basic feel. I'm planning on trying to get a couple more deck profiles up before I go traveling. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite decks in the game. Celesteela, not a great start, but we'll take it. We're going to be able to get our Guzzlord going, so we're going second, so we'll have the energy advantage. They'll get to evolve. Alright. Well, we're going to go ahead and Pokeball, get one of our Guzzlords. Set it down here. That Mars is probably going to be really critical to this, so we'll put the energy there. Put Helmet on Guzzlord. And then we're going to Ultra Thrusters to put Guzzlord in. And then we're going to ship the turn, because depending on what they do on their next turn, they could evolve into Sylveon. They could do a number of things. They could evolve into Espeon. Looks like they're setting up a Swoopat in their back row. I can read that. It's one thing I'm not a super big fan of. I wish there was a PC version of this. Is having to use BlueStacks. It's a nice little emulator. It lets me be able to do this for you guys. But okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and. I think I'm just going to go ahead and fire it off now. I'm going to save the will for when it'll matter on something that actually has energy. Yeah. Nothing's coming up Millhouse tonight on that. Okay, it was 100 damage. That's not a bad rate. We are not exactly drawing things we want to see, though. But we'll go ahead and clear it out. So we'll take the free point there. They're going to hit us for at least 50. If it has a tool, 100. We'll be able to recoup a little bit of that with the Pokemon Center ladies. I'm probably going to wait on that. If they play the tool, then I would consider using Lady. But Will here is probably going to be really, really strong. Okay. We'll take the 50. They take 20. I don't know if it's worth it playing the Will when I could just Pokemon Center Lady, heal, cost them 3 energy. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Pokemon Center Lady, wipe it out, and then let them try to build up something that I can just snipe. Tyrannical Hole, that'll clear out this green dent, or Gradent. I can read, apparently. Yeah, I forgot to use my overlay the last time we did a deck profile, so it looks a lot better this time, guys. We appreciate all the love here, and just everybody knows, Streaming across the bottom of the screen is our duelingguard.com/SOG15. We have a gaming supply company that we work with for just kind of sponsor the podcast. They're fantastic, quality gaming supplies. I use them every day. Make sure you go check it out. Every bit you can do helps. All right, let's take a minute and look at this. So we got 2 points. They have 80. We're just going to fire it off and pick up the dub here. All right, we're back with some Snorlax EX gameplay versus our Guzzlord. Just kind of showcasing what the deck can do. Hoping to get on some streams at some point with it. It's a really, really fun deck. A lot of nuanced decisions. Oh, that's kind of a rough hand again, too. Celesteela, not exactly where we want to be. Alrighty. Well, we got no Pokeball, but we'll take the research. Maybe we can draw into a Pokeball or one of our Guzzlords. Pokeball will take it. Yeah, just it plays three Pokemon. You have 2 Pokeballs, so it's kind of like you're playing 5. Rocky Helmet there in case they get something going. And we'll pass the turn. I mean, it's the AI here. They're probably going to load up Snorlax. We'll take free points where we can get them. Because I could fire off the red card now. Slow him down by 1 card. They just do their research, so we'll Guzzlord, take the 30 points. Once we're going to put a random Pokemon tool. That's pretty good, actually. Alright, let's see what they do here. Oh, figures. Get this one when it doesn't matter, but we'll take it. The Snorlax is scary. Just because 130 is a lot of damage. Yeah, it'll still slow him down. We'll Tyrannical Hole, just take the easy point. There's not a whole lot we can do in that situation. They're going to hit us for 130. We're going to, and they'll get hit for 20 to 140. Red will actually help us pick up the dub here, I think. I don't know what this does. Oh, heals. Okay. That's only 160. I guess, yeah, that doesn't really do that. Well, we could take the 2 points here. That's 140. They're still asleep. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire off the red. Put that there. Fire off the red. And then if they attack, which they're asleep, they probably won't. They could retreat back, use the. Okay. I mean, it's a nasty little combo. Healing for 30 is not nothing, but it's definitely, not that it matters. We'll just go ahead and. Go ahead and Tyrannical Hole. Finish it off for the nice easy peasy win there. This deck's a very grindy deck. So like Suicune is more of the aggressive mid-range grind deck. This is a grindy control deck where you're gonna have a lot of decision points in your gameplay. Certain matchups are gonna be very lopsided in your favor. I haven't found anything that's outrageously like a really bad matchup for this. I would say Buzzwole. If that became popular, again, that would probably be a really good pickup here. I think this deck's really good into the Raikou decks that are up there right now. There's not a typing advantage, but this just plays really, really well. All right, we're going to proceed into our third game. It's going to be against the Lugia deck. I just kind of did it at random to give you just a feel for it. As always, AI can beat us, and that is a very real possibility sometimes. It just happens. Ooh, going for a start. Well, we got the dream start here. The combo breaker. I don't think I've seen that Chansey come up before. All right, well, let's go ahead and guarantee us one of our 3 Pokemon. All right, we'll take it. Might as well thin the deck. Got 2 Pokemon Center release plus a Lusamine. I think we can definitely get there. Let's go ahead and pass. Okay. I'm cool, just waiting. Yeah, they got it. Okay, so they'll take no damage. Does that prevent the coin flip too? Well, let's try it. Worst case, it's a whiff, right, guys? Okay, well. Still forces them into the position where they have to be net positive there. Or eventually they have to miss on it, and then there's our window. Actually reminds me of this game I got into one time with the rock Pokemon, or the fighting Pokemon, where he basically, if he would get knocked out, he'd automatically get reset to 10. And I'm like, well, that seems like bullshit. Okay, let's see if we can. We're here for 30. See if we can get some of that. Nope. We'll still take it. We're not particularly feeling threatened at the moment. They're that's pretty good. So 60 damage. Oh, but then I crack back for the 80. Oh, 20 plus. But it said 20 times. Okay. Well, we'll heal up and. Gonna slam down the red card now that I know they haven't played at least one research. We've got the Lugia there. Tyrannical Hole for the cleanup. This also is kind of like they basically wasted 3 cards and 3 energy. You know, in terms of efficiency, it's not very great. That's why a lot of decks have cut the stage 2. For the rare candy engine, it's just more efficient. Okay. Tyrannical Hole. That is place cleanup there. Overall, it's pretty straightforward. There's just a lot of decision points in actual matchups that you'll need to navigate. There's some pretty nuanced ones in the Suicune matchup where hitting where the Suicune player is just going to have it. Okay. I think we just read here. And put them to 10. And then, I guess there's logic there where I could try to do the grindcore thing there. But this just gets us the win. As always, the AI doesn't make very good decisions in Pokemon TCG Pocket, but yeah, that's pretty straightforward gameplay. I hope you guys liked it. I'm hoping sometime in the next week or two to get some streams going. I want to try to set up a stream schedule so it's a little more consistent. And as always, make sure you go to duelingguard.com/SOG15 for 15% off all your gaming merch needs. They sponsor the pod. Every bit you spend there helps go to help fund the pod. They have tons of game mats, deck boxes featuring anime characters, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece. They've got a sick Doflamingo deck box that I'm really looking forward to getting. Got the Dragon Ball Z Beast Gohan deck box. The mats are sick. Yeah, I'm really excited and happy that they're sponsoring the pod. And that'll do it for tonight, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.